give the talisman willingly? Face Shadea's blades and suffer!
Inside you.
This one shall pay your favor forward.
My thanks, Walker.
You are a true friend to the Bandari.
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried. The others just passed me. They're safe. Now, all that remains is to decide the fate of the Talisman of St. Voorhis. She wouldn't. The only person Relasi wants to suffer for this crime is me. And she still needs to catch me. Besides, if the High Priest knew about her little stunt with the replica talisman, she'd be finished. We've got that we can hold over her. Way ahead of you. While you were saving the hostages, I doubled back and managed to steal Relasi's replica off the High Priest personally. Serves him right for not listening to my favorite armiger in the first place. So I could give it to you. Will you honor the patron saint of House Telvanni by restoring his shrine's most beloved spoil of war? Or will you don the mask of the pariah and deliver them the replica? The choice is now yours. For everyone involved to keep their desired reputations, there is no one else I can trust with this decision. It has to be you. I mean, I know what I'd do, but it's in your hands now. Relasi has made things hard for herself, remaining a decent person in her line of work. Even her making that replica was done with the best of intentions. Chasing someone for so long with little to no headway can't be easy. She deserves a win. When we've just started having fun? No. The Lark's got plenty of work to do, believe me. And if I wind up playing the fool in Relasi's story more often, I think that's something I can live with. Relasi follows a code, as did St. Voorhis, as do the Bandari. As I do, and I'm sure you do too. Our codes clash and harmonize. Most of the time, they pass in quiet opposition. I'm holding out hope that Relasi and I will harmonize again someday. As far as Relasi knows, you only have the original talisman. If you give the original to Elier Sudro and the replica to Relasi, she'll have to pretend it's the real thing, or get herself in a whole world of trouble by admitting how she lost it. Then you'll have honored the tribunal and saved the shrine of St. Voorhees from a fate of worshipping a worthless trinket with no real mystical properties for time immemorial. Or perhaps they'd be doing that either way. Who can say? What they don't know won't hurt them. The Eye of Bandar has been lost for generations, and yet the Bandari kept its legend alive through stories. Is the faith in St. Voorhees so fragile that the loss of one relic would send it crumbling? That question, my friend, would be best asked of Elior Sudro. Though if you've heard the tale of his little ancestor, you may have some understanding of it already. No. See, the important thing here is that Relasi didn't catch me. In fact, you looking like you caught me works in my favor. Trust me, she needs the encouragement. It'll keep her from giving up. My reputation wouldn't be half of what it is today without Relasi making me notorious. That's a valuable thing to have in a long-term adversary. And she keeps me on my toes. That's useful. Even if I'd much rather she have me on my back. See you around, stranger. And send my fondest farewells to Relasi, will you?
Inexcusable. You're needed here. We'll make good use of these resources. Far better than those asinine Artaeum archmages.
Good, you're back.
just as we planned.
I don't know how it happened. That thief appeared out of nowhere and took the talisman right out of my hands. Oh, why isn't Relassi doing something about this?
You know, I half wondered if you were going to come back at all. Rather, I thought you would, but I also thought I knew everything there was to know about the Lark of Rosgard. Loath as I am to admit it, I was wrong. The Lark gave them to you, did he? Why? Everything he's done today is question what I thought I knew about him, including putting this choice in your hands. If I do, I'll most certainly be stripped of my title as a buoyant armiger. I'll be severely limited in my capacity to stay on the trail of the Lark of Rosgard. And who else is going to apprehend him, if not me? The High Priest doesn't need to know the full details of our investigation, but I need something to return to him. You have something, don't you? Thank Vivek, I had lost all hope. I'll destroy the replica and learn from this day. The only thing I did right was enlist your help. May we meet again. And the next time I cross the Lark of Rosgard, may it be the last. Salem Mora remains ever the same. And yet everything has changed for me. I thought I knew everything about the Lark of Rosgard, but I didn't. I tried to stop one crisis of faith and ended up with my own. I'll send a report to my superiors. I'll remain in Salem Mora for a few days, just to make sure it's safe. And then I'll likely be back on the trail of the Lark of Rosgard. Oh, I've always had an eye for that sort of thing. The sacred gem looked enough like moonstone that I made it work in a pinch. A little bit of weathering, using some basic spells, and that's it. Sometimes I wonder if I got in the wrong line of work. It's just being furtive and aware of your surroundings. I suppose I have some sort of intuition I've picked up from my work on... You know what? I'm going to stop this line of questioning right here. No. I get enough teasing about how good a thief I'd be from the Lark of Rosgard. I don't need it from you two. Now run along before I decide to change my mind about not taking it.
Armiger Relassi, your efforts in returning this relic to our shrine will be noted. The news of your good deed will spread all the way to Necrom. We're sure to get an influx of visitors to the temple any day now. I can't wait to see this shrine return to its former glory. I had hoped to see some change in its nature from your own forceful expression of will in returning it to us, but you handled it so well, perhaps its retrieval was not as forceful as I thought. Yes, the skeptics and faithless among us throw that line at me often. How original. You really think because you could not reveal its secrets that it cannot be done? What a helpless world you must live in. I'll pray for you, Sarah.
Huh.